Most important thing in hi-fi system is synergy. If synergy click, anything can be groundbreaking and absolute game changer for that system. Hello everyone, welcome to Tabama Hi-Fi Review channel. Today I would like to share my experience of using Harmony Micro DAC R2R design. Harmony Micro DAC retail for $994 and it comes in silver or black. Remote control is optional. At this price point, remote control should be standard. Build quality is excellent. I kind of like this golden accents. Let's walk through the menu system of Harmony Micro DAC. Menu button. You can select NOS or OS, but most of my music listening I use NOS. The reason is if I use OS, it has slightly better clarity, precise mid-range in those areas, but sound signature is upper mid-range and mid-range in those areas are very neutral, but bass delivery is rich tone to it with deep notes, so that balance is not really suited for my taste. But when I switch it to this NOS mode, it totally enhances that. So this is a selector button, and that's how you choose it. And next one is phase selection. That is for XLR balance number 2 pin, whether you want to use in reverse polarity. Next one is parent remote control, which optional, and this is display, just to adjust the brightness, so which is I'm not using medium brightness as it right now. Next one is I2S digital input, 4 digital inputs that it has. Personally, I'm not really bothered with without having analog RCA output, because I mean, if you are really into high fidelity sound with modern balanced DAC technology, XLR balanced cable is the way to go. So I've been using this DAC for a while, and its design is using two R2R network, the slot design like MSP technology kind of layout in there, as I can see, and then a Cyclone, a FPGA chip that they program it and they voiced it with this Harmony Micro DAC. It has wall watt power supply that come with it, which is a pretty noisy power supply when the DAC is off. As soon as I turn on the power, as soon as the DAC is drawing the current, is quiet down. So just to clarify that, I started on using this Harmony Micro DAC on my desktop setup, pairing it with Yamaha HS5 studio monitors and XLR cable connected to it, USB cable from my Mac Studio, listening online music, doesn't have any issues. But when I start monitoring my own voice, like the lag that I noticed. So that's a slight downside to monitor editing or voicing your music or anything those nature. This one may not be the best suited for that purpose, right? So that's just a friendly reminder. So as soon as I start using it in my main system, I started off with Accuphase E4000 AST silver conductors XLR cable to this DAC using Gustat Audio S26 I2S connection with micro DAC. Sound is clean, organic feeling to it. Dynamic yet rich sound. That's how I will put it. It's come to my mind that this one is totally DOP design. That's how the sound is, right? Because it's noticeable when I start playing native DSD files or DSD files that I ripped from SACD, such as Fleetwood Mac Dreams, right? That track, that's well-known track. Then I know that track for, probably that's before I was born, but I love the music and I love Stevie voice, and I was listening to that track. My original DSD ripped have that sound signature of warm and rich sound with really nice depth to it, right? So that original DSD was original source is the real tapes, the master tapes that they have in Japan. So that is a Japanese version. So I love it so much that I have SACD and I rip those DSD files. And when I listen to that track, its sound signature is exactly like a PCM sound signature. The original rich and really deep and warm sound is nowhere to be found. So they programmed the FPGA chip to process DSD signal aggressively to give us good loudness and good level of SPL and dynamic range. So that's how I will put it. Sound is not bad at all. I'm just saying how I experience with music that I'm totally used to. So when I'm listening this Harmony Micro DAC, I was very much enjoying the sound in terms of musicality wise. Mid-range quality is to die for, sweet voice and vocals yet accurate sound. And bass quality is very well delivered for this size of the DAC and this design and R2R network that they feature on this DAC. Sound is nothing to complain as far as PCM sound quality. This is one of the great buy in sound quality of it. Noise control, very good. There is no noise at all. Even when I'm switching DSD to PCM, let's say when I'm switching DSD 256 to PCM 44.1K or DSD 64. So those kind of changes, there's no pop sound or no noise at all. I'm using this S26 as a music server with Roon combination. So it sounded very nice together as well using this Pioneer TAD S1EX towers. When I try with this JBL L100 Classic 75th, the bass quality, mid-range quality still retained and very musical, but upper mid-range to lower highs, those regions are a tad brighter according to this JBL sound signature. So that's what I want to mention. It's not gonna totally 100% influence on overall sound signature of your transducer when it's producing the sound, but it will still give you good engaging sound in that when it's produced together. So that's the one thing that I like to remind you. When it's come to DACs, doesn't matter what price point, right? Most of the DACs are probably maximum 30% of system sound quality. Even for that, it's a big difference maker. 30% in hi-fi system is very big difference. Harmony Micro DAC is one of the great sounding DAC. If you are after a purest DSD sound signature that totally reflecting the original recording, this may not be a good option for you to consider. This is for modern R2R sound signature lovers that the primary music source is streaming or music server with a bunch of PCM high-res files, or those kind of people will totally suit this micro DAC. I don't like to hype up the products. Whenever someone say giant killer, I just want to laugh because anything can be giant killer in right system if they know how to put together. And when it's come to PCM files, I use a few different music such as this Dua Lipa, Don't Start Now, or this Chris Stapleton, Tennessee Whiskey. When I'm listening to that track, the original recording is a little bit forward and brightly, a little bit of brighter side of recording in upper mid-range to lower highs regions. Those areas stay offer with this micro DAC, is still offer that forwardness, yet it's still giving me good control, refined sound quality, reducing the brightness. So that's how I will put it. So the way this micro DAC they voice together is contain the brightness, although it still have that revealing ability to give you sound signature of original recording. So that's what I'm trying to say. So very impressive performance in that regard in terms of controlling the brightness and those areas. Another thing that I like to mention is when I'm listening back to back with this Galubito Divinity Nos DAC, one thing that I noticed right away is this micro DAC is about 4 dB louder. In terms of sound signature, it has a lot of similarities to it, especially in mid-range sound quality. Music R2R mid-ranges totally deliver in very engaging manner. Both of the DACs are. When I'm listening those two DAC back to back, switching from my Accuphase input selector, both ASD silver conductors connected to it, I'm changing back and forth, and few things that I can notice right away is the loudness of this micro DAC, about 4 dB exactly louder. And another thing is background darkness. This linear power supply with this Divinity DAC combination offer much quieter, cleaner, and darker background. Hence, it gives me better resolution in more three-dimensional notes and illusion of receiving, like notes coming next to you or those kind of sound reproduction. Micro DAC offer that kind of signature sound, but not to that level. Another thing is the upper mid-range refinements and bass quality. Harmony Micro DAC is slightly less control compared to Divinity DAC. So Divinity DAC offer that mid-range and upper mid-range and those regions like hi-hat strikes or cymbal strikes or those kind of notes in very control engaging refinements notes that I can hear comparing to this micro DAC. As for the performance of micro DAC, for the money at the price point, totally reflecting the asking price in terms of sound quality that we can get. Right? Totally enjoyable sound. Its PCM performance is so much better than the DSD sound quality for me. And then if you primarily use PCM formats, this will be perfect R2R DACs in general. Harmony DAC is going to be total perfection if they can improve with slightly better refinements in upper mid-range area and lower highs regions. That's going to be total game changer, as well as give us better power supply. Even for break or whatever you choose, then the better power supply will totally enhance that. Probably we will even get a bit better, darker, and cleaner background. Other than that, I totally enjoy using and listening this Harmony Micro DAC in my system. So when it's come to sound quality, it's all subjective and system dependent. As far as this micro DAC sound quality and performance goes, I can wholeheartedly, totally recommend it to you to try it, my friend. That is the experience that I like to share with you. Thank you for watching and happy listening.
Come into my solitude, though I weary be. Come into my tenderness, dream along with me. Listen to the whispers sing. Listen to the singer shout. Come into my solitude. Be my big mouth. Thoughts unspoken, thoughts unsaid, lies of hearth and home. Children broken on the bed and left to lie alone. Things you talk around, scum you choke on down. Come into my solitude, step on sacred ground. We were speaking of values and violence, breaking silence. Fathers who are lovers to the daughters that they to the wheel. Come into this wonderland of wounds that will not heal. Walls that do not speak, steps that do not sound. Come into my solitude.